So guys, I was really lucky enough to get my hands on to these devices. The beasts actually. This is Asus's ROG 2 and this is Samsung's Note 10 Plus. Both of these devices are targeted at power users. ROG 2 is targeted at gamers and Note 10 Plus is targeted at professionals. Both of them are supposed to do some heavy lifting. So I thought it would be a great idea to put them side by side and see how do they perform against each other. ROG 2 has a unique aspect. It is running on the processor called Snapdragon 855 Plus. This phone is the only phone in the world right now that has access to 855 Plus from Snapdragon or from Qualcomm. This is running on Samsung's latest Exynos chipset, the 7nm chipset, and I think it'll be a good idea to see how they perform against each other. Okay, so to do this test, first thing we need to make sure that what I said is true in terms of processor and stuff. So we go to this app called CPU-Z. This tells you what are the internal hardwares of your phone, right? So this is Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 2.96 GHz. The Snapdragon 855 usual one was 2.84 GHz. The Snapdragon 855 Plus is clocked at 2.96 GHz. And this one is Samsung Exynos. The Note 10 is running on Exynos 7nm 9825, I guess. Okay. While we're done with that, now let us get on with our speed test. How are we going to do this speed test is first we will reboot the device, see the restart times, we will check their internet speeds, which one has a better internet speed, and then we'll go through certain apps to see where these apps are launching fast. And after that we will just launch these apps again to understand the memory management, because Note 10 Plus has 12 GB RAM and Asus's ROG 2 has 8 GB RAM. So it'll be interesting to see how both of these phones are optimized. Okay? So let's get going. The first thing that we'll do is reboot these devices. Okay, here we go. We'll go into the power menu. Here as well. Click on restart. Restart. Okay, I see the logo going off. The screens are off completely now. Let's see which one's coming back. Okay, ROG 2 is already ahead in terms of lead. ROG 2 is already waking up. Asus far ahead in terms of waking up. Samsung's coming back up now, trying to catch up with the speed. Let's see which one actually goes live first. Which phone the phone that I should be able to use first. Everything loaded perfectly. Okay, I'm already beyond the lock screen on this. Okay, everything's loaded here. I can start using ROG while Samsung still struggling, still a little far behind. Okay. All right. So still starting, and all right. Now we are on the home screen. So both of these phones are launched. You saw Asus's ROG 2 has won this round quite substantially with a substantial margin. Okay, now we've restarted these devices. We need to make sure there's nothing running in the background. Close everything. Okay. Now, to make sure that both of these devices perform in their best potential, we need to make sure they are both in their best of settings possible, right? So on Samsung, we go here in power mode. You see it's on high performance mode. And on Asus ROG, it's quite interesting. How do you put this phone into the power mode is by squeezing this for 3 seconds. Okay, see, it has gone off to the power mode. Now I squeeze it again. The Dragon wakes up and it's in power mode now. Quite interesting, right? Anyway, let's move on with our test. So these are the apps that I have shortlisted. These are the ones which I think are interesting. These are some day-to-day apps that we use, some games we play, and social media and stuff. Anyway, first app is the speed test app. Okay, so it launched first on Samsung. ROG is still behind. Okay. Now let's see which one of these have better internet speeds. Both of them are connected to the same Wi-Fi connection, by the way. So both of them should show this. Okay, for some reason I see ROG is ahead in terms of Wi-Fi speeds. It's constantly at 8 Mbps and Samsung's struggling at around 2-3 Mbps. I don't know why. I don't know what is the reason behind that. Okay, Asus ROG is already up ahead in terms of upload speed test. Samsung still not started, still waiting for some pinging to happen, I guess. I don't know why is this happening. ROG 2 is at 30 Mbps. Samsung's finally started testing the upload speeds as well. I don't know why this is happening, guys. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? Why is this different? Why is this different? Both of them are connected to the same Wi-Fi connection and this should not have happened. Both of them should have shown identical speeds. But there is a huge substantial in terms of upload speeds. It's like more than double on Asus than Samsung. Okay, we're done with this. So we saw that the app launched faster on the Note 10 Plus, but performance of internet was better on ROG 2. Moving on, the call app, the dialer. Launched pretty close to each other, but ROG was slightly ahead. Clock app, I think it's at par on both of these phones. Next is the Google app. Launched pretty equal to each other. Chrome. Samsung was slightly, like a couple of seconds behind, or half a second behind than Asus. Moving on, Spotify. Spotify launched pretty clearly, pretty nicely on Asus. eBay. I think it's the equal on both the apps, on both the phones. I mean, Amazon. Asus has the edge here. Play Store. Asus has a clear edge here. Instagram. Asus has the edge here again. Reddit. Samsung has slight edge. Yes, Samsung has the edge here in terms of Reddit. Twitter. I think both are pretty close. I couldn't call it. YouTube. Okay, both of them very close to each other. Now let's get into the games. Asus is supposed to be Republic of Gamers. Okay, this is the ROG phone, the Republic of Gamers phone. This should launch all the games pretty fast and should have all of them in memory pretty nicely as well. Okay, Skyforce, the game that I really play, and I really like this game. If you haven't tried, and also tell me in comments what games do you generally play on your smartphones. Okay, so Samsung's ahead in terms of first game launch. Second is PUBG. Okay, it happened. Okay, alright. PUBG took slightly longer on Samsung to launch. I don't know why. Okay, on Asus, we are far ahead. Samsung's gonna do a lot of catching up. Okay, I think we'll be in. Okay, we are in here. Samsung's still launching the app, still trying to figure out what's going on here. Pretty bad, guys. Pretty bad. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Off to the home screen now, and Asphalt. I'm sure a lot of you play this game as well. Asus ahead in terms of game launching. Let's see if I can play on Asus like I saw in the previous two games. I think Asus is gonna beat Samsung pretty badly here. Yes, as expected. Republic of Gamers, good with games. The last game, the hill climb racing. This is the casual game that I play sometimes. Oh, look at the speed, look at the loading speed, it's quite fast. Oh, okay, I'm already in here, and here I'm not yet in. Okay, we're done with round 1. Round 2, let's see which of these phones have kept these apps nicely in their memory. This is 12GB RAM, this is 8GB RAM, so both of them shouldn't have any problem in terms of sweating it out. App number 1, nicely in the memory. App number 2, nicely in the memory. App number 3, this took a slightly second longer, I don't know why. App number 4, both of them have in the memory. App number 5, pretty good. Number 6, okay, eBay is pretty okay, both of them have it. Amazon, alright. Play Store, okay. So memory, I don't see any memory problems on any of these phones. Both of them have apps in the memory without any issues. Okay, let's launch Twitter. It took slightly a second longer. So I think scores are even. This one took a second longer here to launch the Google app, and ROG took slightly longer to launch the Twitter app. Okay, YouTube, nicely in the memory. Games, yeah, this will be interesting to see. Okay, in the memory. PUBG, in the memory, no issues at all. In the memory, without any issues. In the memory, without any issues. So yeah, so RAM management is pretty good on both the devices. Asus is way ahead in terms of reboot, in terms of internet speeds, in terms of app launches. So yeah, this Asus ROG 2 is really true to its word, and this is the fastest phone, I guess, at the moment. So guys, I'm going to do a lot of more content on these phones, especially on the Note 10 Plus. This is my daily driver at the moment, and I feel bad. It's been beaten pretty badly by ROG 2, but yes, I still have a lot of other advantages on this phone. So yeah, this suits my needs better, I guess, and this one's for people who love to play a lot of games on their phone. It has bigger battery, has brilliant refresh rate also in terms of 120 Hz it has in the AMOLED panel that it carries. So yeah, this concludes our speed test. Thank you for watching, guys. Cheers.